Linky Pinky Crew, it's your girl Lena here. This time with a story time. It's around that time of the week again. Yeah, you may notice there is something different. I am wearing glasses. I'm supposed to be wearing them a little bit more, but since I've been getting headaches for since I haven't been using my glasses and stuff, so I figured I would wear them so to kind of like help that out so I don't get as many headaches. Last story time, if you guys have seen that and stuff, I talked about how there was this guy that snuck in twice when I lived at my dad's house. Now, told you guys that there's another story I have for you. Our next door neighbors and stuff. There was this woman and stuff who was a murderer who lived next door, and she had actually escaped from prison and she was hiding out there. And she was arrested. I believe she was arrested for murder. I don't know, like 100%, but the way that like this whole went down and everything, like definitely, it was regardless. It was really really scary. This girl, she was messed with me actually a couple times, and I had no idea that that was her, that was across the street. But the first time and everything, I remember my dad's my dad and my stepmom's bedroom and stuff was the only place. They had moved the TV from the living room to their bedroom and stuff. So like whenever, like, so we had to go in there and sit down when we went to go watch movies. And of course they didn't have like cable or anything or internet, so it's not like we had Netflix or whatever. So it was just mainly DVDs and stuff, and it was an old TV. So they had them sit. The TV was sitting right there. There's this little place on the wall. There was a window on the right side and a window on the left side. And my dad's chair was in front of the TV and then the bed. So my dad and my stepmom sat on the bed and I sat in his chair. And this chair is positioned directly, like, pretty much, like, in the review window, whatever. And since they're, like, out in the country and stuff, they didn't really worry about, like, blinds or curtains, especially since that woman wasn't supposed to be over there anyway. Like, she was supposed to be gone. No one knew that she was over there. And, so we sit down, we get everything, we get popcorn, we get everything you need for a movie. Okay, we're sitting down, we're about ready to watch a movie, and I don't remember what movie it was, but I saw this, this petite, it wasn't really like too petite, it was like medium based shadow and everything, and I passed by the window and I'm like, what? And I look and stuff, and of course it's gone or whatever. I'm like, Lena, it's just your mind, like you imagine things all the time, so like don't psych yourself out too bad. So I'm like, all right, fine. And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna sit here, I'm gonna watch this movie, it's gonna be okay. So I'm sitting here watching this movie, and all of a sudden I look over and the blind is open over there. Like, not like the neighbor's blind is open, like where I saw that shadow. And this time I see her, and she's like, she has a chair, and she walks by the window real slow, and then turns around, walks back the other way, sits the chair in front of the window, sits down, and stares like right out the window, like into our window, and we end up catching eye contact, and she hardcore stared at me for like 15 seconds, 15 to like 20 seconds. She stands up, picks up the chair with her, walks this way, and walks back again, and walks back, puts the chair down, sits down, and stares at me again. And I'm not even looking this time, but like, you know how you can feel, you can sense when someone's staring at you. She did this collective total of like probably like 10 times. I know what you're thinking right now, like, Lena, like, why didn't you, like, shut the blind or tell somebody? Well, I actually did. I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I was like, there's this, like, weird, creepy lady, like, across the street. Like, she's been doing, this is her, like, 10th time. Like, she picks up a chair, walks slowly across the window, passes one side to the other, and then sits down and stares at me through the window, and then picks it up and keeps going. She's been doing that, and it's really starting to creep me out. And like this, there's just something off about this woman. The stare, it's like, it wasn't when someone looks at you, it was a different kind of stare. It was psychotic type, like, you know, the kind of stare that like makes you like really uncomfortable and everything. I'm not talking about someone who's like looking at you in school or whatever. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the uncomfortable stare that leaves you like terrified. That's how she was looking at me. And then I come that my dad had work, and at the time and stuff, he had, you know, shifts where he worked overnight and everything. So it's just my stepmom and I, and we were watching movies, having fun. But ever since that whole thing, like, my dad temporarily moved the TV out to the living room. So we're sitting there out in the living room, watching a movie. And I hear something, I hear a thud. And I'm like, what the hell was that? And of course, I have my ears and stuff, like, you know, peel and stuff since the whole incident with the windows and everything. And I'm like, what the heck? And I was like, that kind of sounds like it's coming from you guys' bathroom, because they have their own bathroom and stuff. So I went back there, and I go into the bathroom, and the window, which was shut at the time, and stuff, like, it's old or whatever, and like nothing in this house really worked and everything, so it didn't really have a lock. But if you shut it like really, really tight, it's kind of hard to open. Well, I go back there and stuff. This window was completely shut. Alright, I go back, and the window is open this much, and like not enough for someone to actually come through it, but enough for, you know, that I knew that somebody like opened the bathroom window. And I'm like, what the hell? So I closed the window again, made sure it was tight, and went back and continued watching the movie with my stepmom. And all of a sudden I hear this again. I'm like, oh my god. So go back to the bathroom, it's open again, close it. This time I hear it again, and I'm like, Mary, this is the third time somebody is fucking messing with us. Excuse my language. Something is I think I have reason to believe it is that lady next door. The one that was like, I was like, there's nobody else that it could possibly be. It's from that side, and nobody else is on that side but her. And the way that she was staring at me, I'm like, Mary, I have a feeling that's who it was. She goes back with me the third time, and we notice the window is open again. She's like, what the heck? And she closed it, and then, like, happens one more time. And this time Mary went back on her own, and she's like, damn window is like, was open again the same length. And to the point and stuff where like Mary's like, I think somebody is out there and everything. So I was not having it. Like, Mary took like some pants or whatever, because like my dad didn't have like any of his stuff. Like, he had to sell his stuff that used and stuff, because you know, when they moved and everything, he had to sell some of his stuff and everything. So Mary comes out with this pan and like a few things, and I opened up the patio door, and I stood out, and I said loud enough, I was like, I know it is you out there. if you do not knock it the fuck off and stop opening the damn bathroom window, I'm gonna call the cops. I'm like, this shit has gone on long enough. I'm fucking serious. So after that, like, it stopped. Like, there was no thud. The window didn't open again. So I knew at that moment that it was her. And so I was like, Mary, I was like, it didn't happen again. It was her. And she's like, oh my God. So we told my dad or whatever, and there was neighbors next door. Something happened. All of a sudden, like, at like 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, I hear sirens. And, like, there's, like, 3 or 4 police cars, like, in front of the neighbor's house and stuff. And, you know, banging on the door. And, like, they busted through. And, like, I remember looking through the window and seeing this girl, the woman getting hauled off in handcuffs. And the cops came over and stuff, and, you know, we told them everything, whatever. And they're like, yeah, that's so-and-so. We've been looking for her. She escaped from the one prison. And we've been looking for her and everything. And, you know, so we're taking her back now, so you guys won't have to worry about it anymore. But that was so freaky. I'm like, I knew it. There was something about that woman that made me feel uneasy. And it just shows you guys that, like, if you have a feeling about something, like, trust that feeling, trust that gut feeling, because 9 times out of 10, it's right. So, like, just do that, and always be aware of your surroundings and what's going on at once. And, you know, make sure that you're paying attention and that you're on your guard always, because don't want anything happening to you guys. And, so yeah, that wraps up this crazy story. Let me know what you think about it in the, comments below. If there's anything you'd like me to react to, or, you have some, ideas or whatever about what if you want to hear some more crazy stories, let me know. There is a few ones that I have. I don't really have them in mind right now, but just definitely a lot of crazy stuff when I lived there, you know. So, but that's it. If you haven't already, click like and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my stuff. And that's it, guys. As always, be safe, have fun. Remember, God loves you and so do I. And I'm out of here, guys. Have a great night. Peace.